Welcome to this presentation about animal management at Newton Rigg College. If you come and study animal management with us, you could go on to a wide variety of careers. That could be from working in a vet surgery to becoming a lecturer and technician at the college itself. This list is a variety of things that some of our learners have actually gone on to, but you could also end up doing something which is non-animal related. The quality of the course will enable you to go on to other careers if that's what you decide at the end of your time with us. We've had students go on to accountancy, photography, for example. What do you need to be? You need to be motivated, caring, patient, hardworking and reliable, willing to work long hours. Notice how love animals is quite low down on the list. That's because you can look after a tarantula and not love it, but you can look after it and make sure its welfare needs are met as long as you can do everything else at the top of that list. We run both level 2 and level 3 courses at Newton Rigg in animal management. Level 2 is a year-long course and that has entry requirements of 4 GCSEs at grade 3. That's E to D in old money. The level 3 is generally 2 years long and that has an entry requirement of Maths and English at GCSE grade 4 and 2 other GCSEs at grade 4. That's 4 GCSEs at grade 4 or above for level 3. We do recommend that you get grade 5 in your science. There's quite a lot of underpinning knowledge at level 3 which involves the sciences, so it's a good idea to have a really strong grade in your science. We also run the level 2 dog grooming programme. And this is a year long and again has the same entry requirements as the level 2 animal care. But on this course, you focus purely on dog grooming. You will study the level 2 dog grooming assistant course, and this is the essential prerequisite to going on to the level 3 dog grooming stylist qualification. Both are essential if you'd like to go on to dog grooming professionally. We also run the level 3 advanced technical certificate, which is a year long. This is generally reserved for our level 2 progressors and they need to have a merit profile for this. However, we will consider other people, for example, adult learners over 19 who are deciding to change career and come back into animal care from having done something else first. Please do contact us and we'll have an interview and talk about it. We also run the level 3 ABC practical animal care skills. This is a year-long course. Again, sometimes our level 2 progressors will prefer to do this, but it is for people who prefer a more practical approach. So again, if you want to do a level 3 animal care course, but you don't want to do the exams, come along and talk to us about ABC practical animal care skills. We still need GCSEs at grade 4 or above, but we're looking at Maths or English rather than Maths and English. And if you're progressing from the level 2, we're looking for a pass qualification. On the level 2 animal care course, you cover core units, feeding and accommodation, health and welfare, behaviour and handling, which are assessed synoptically, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But we also give you study biology with us and health and safety. The units that are chosen each year can change. They're called optional units, and we pick which ones we run depending on staff expertise. And at the moment, we're running British wild animal species and care of zoo animals. Alongside these units, you need to be in a placement 1 day per week to make up 150 hours of work placement in the year. That means you'll be in college 3 days a week and in placement 1 day a week. The course is assessed. Those synoptic subjects are assessed together in one exam, and then they are assessed with a synoptic assignment. This is a 4-week-long assessment where various different tasks are given under controlled conditions. Biology is assessed through assignment, and health and safety is assessed through a test. You'll need to provide a work placement hours log for your work placement, and the optional units have written assignments. At level 3, very similar in terms of format. We have animal health, feeding and nutrition, behaviour and communication, breed development and welfare, which are your synoptic units, and then biology, principles of health and safety, nursing, business management, specialist project, and some other units as well in the first year. But the ones on the screen are all core. In addition, you'd need to work in industry in a placement 1 day per week to make up 150 hours of work placement. That means you'd be in college 3 days a week and 1 day a week in placement. In addition, on the second year, we have the possibility of running 2 different routes. One is the animal management route and one is the animal science route. We most commonly run the animal management route, but if we have learners that gain sufficient grades in their first year and are interested in science, particularly because of their career goals, for example, veterinary nursing, then we have the possibility of running a science route. And these are very science-based units. So this is why you need to have to make sure your science at school and GCSEs is strong if you think there's a possibility you want to do this route. In terms of work placement on the level 3, we are following the government initiative of T-levels. This requires learners to do 315 hours per year instead of 150. That's double the amount. Therefore, we often say that they should start from the 1st of August each year. This is level 3 only, and we would require you to do 2 days per week in placement in that case. This year, obviously, with COVID-19, starting on the 1st of August may not happen, but definitely 2 days per week in placement if you're doing the T-levels. Level 3 assessment pattern is just the same as the level 2 in that you have a synoptic exam, which covers your synoptic subjects, and then you have a synoptic assignment, which lasts for 4 weeks, and in there you do a number of different assessed tasks under controlled conditions. You also have an exam for biology, an exam for health and safety, and you need to produce a log of work placement hours. Your optional units then have written assignments, and some of the core units, like specialist project, are also assessed by written assignments. We have a number of different resources and links in animal care. Obviously, we have our Animal Academy and the animals within it. If you go online, you can go to a link which will give you a tour around the Animal Academy to see what the animals are and what the resources are there. But in addition, as being part of Aspen Bryan College, you've got access to the Wildlife Park at York. We have equine at Newton Rigg. We have upland and lowland farms. We also have links with various different charities in the area, for example, Oak Tree Animals Charity and Eden Animal Rescue. We work closely with the Lake District Wildlife Park, and we have Eden Rivers Trust on site. We do a number of different visits and residentials in animal care. We have curriculum-based visits. These generally don't cost anything to the learner because they're part of your class, and we'll do them during your lesson during the normal working day. But we also do big visits that will take a whole day, and sometimes we set off really early in the morning and get back late at night. So, for example, we might go to Newcastle to the Life Centre, and we might go to York to look at the Wildlife Park, or go to Crufts in Birmingham. Those all carry a cost because there are tickets and there are transport costs. We also do a number of residential extracurricular trips. We've taken learners to London, we've taken learners to Aruba, Croatia and more. And we are still working on those, even in light of Brexit and COVID-19, where travel is difficult. We are looking at planning those in. If you come on the course, you'll need a boiler suit and steel toe cap boots as standard. You'll need to bring those with you in induction. If you do enrol on the course, we'll then give you instructions as to how to go about getting your own Newton Rigg polo shirt and hoodie. We love the hoodies this year. They're designed on the back of them as being produced by our current second year students, and we really like them. You can get a locker with a returnable £10 deposit either in the academy or on the actual site, but you need to provide suitable stationery, so pens, pencils, coloured pens, paper, lever arch files or ring binders to organise your work. We start in September and we have an enrolment day in August, but these dates will be confirmed later. If you do think that maybe you'd like to be in employment and learn on the job, then there are also level 2 apprenticeships in animal care. Please ask us about those. How far can you go once you've got an animal care qualification? What next? Well, if you successfully complete your course and you get a decent grade, then you can go on to the next level. So you could progress from level 2 to level 3, for example. Many of our level 3 learners have successfully gone on to higher education. Up to 50% of our learners usually go on to higher education. But you might go into a job, any one of those jobs that I outlined earlier on. We provide transport, so if you're a full-time learner, you can get on site with our free transport. This is reviewed every year, but this year it currently is free. We also have on-site accommodation with a range of ensuite and shared bathrooms. And in some years, we run scholarships, which could help pay for your accommodation. We have a student union, an active student union, which the students go on trips and clubs and get support from. And we have a specialist learning support team to support you on your course. We also provide a free careers advisory service. But we're not just about education and classes and lessons. There are lots of things that you can get involved with, both if you live on and you don't live on, activities that are fun and develop you in lots of other different ways. Why don't you start your journey with us? Come to Animal Management, get clicking and apply now.